Thank you so much, Jyoti ma'am. May I now request Miss Aradhna Rana, ma'am, if you can share in your views. I mean, you are uh, in the outskirts. Your school is in the outskirts. That's what I know, and I keep on seeing a lot of your co-curricular activities that you do personally. I saw recent one on Facebook the other day. So, what is it that is going?
Thank you, Tanya, and very good morning to all of you. And very, very happy to be on the forum. And again, like seeing some very familiar faces. We would never have interacted otherwise. So this period has given us this opportunity. And like you see my background, Alka, belong to the Ahmedkor also. We live in Ahmednagar, which is Ahmednagar in one way. So the school is there. And the school is, well, small place, yes, but now it's really come into the news because it's one of those cities majorly affected by Corona. Now, my take on this is lots of speakers have practically said everything there was to say about what we should do. So I'd like to, like Tanya said, I'd like to just introduce you to what we do and what we did do during this period. So first of all, when the CBSE announced this cancellation of examinations, that very day we had a meeting with class 10. And, because I got messages from children, ki ma'am, what to do, sab waste ho gaya. So this sentence really hurt me. And I had a meeting with class 10 and I explained to them, I said, what is waste? Nothing in life is waste. Matter is neither created nor destroyed, and so is knowledge. So, when we had the meeting, I told them, I said, see, you learned whatever you had to learn, so that knowledge is going to remain with you. This also should get us out of that examination phobia that we have created in the education system. Now, this year is going to be a case in point. We can have years with no examinations. Children have still studied, children will still go ahead, children will still do well in life. So probably we should treat it in the positive sense and see that this examination thing goes away. So what if you've not had examinations? Class 10 has gone to class 11. Now, whereas choosing subjects is concerned, we take them according to their aptitude, according to their capability. So right from day one when the exams were cancelled, that's what I told them. I said, well, you're all class 11 now practically. No matter what CBSE does, whether we do internal or how they mark you. Fact that examinations are cancelled, you're all lucky to now be class 11. So let's think ahead. So right from that day, we started counseling sessions on how to choose the subjects you want. So career counseling started off then, and now from 10th of May to 10th of June, we have a bridge course for them where we introduce them to the options available. 1 month, they study these subjects in little forms so that they know what they're going in for to make wise choices. And from 15th of June, we start regular classes for class 11 because next year we foresee that things are going to be online. Now, online is a very good system, but it's slow. We cannot proceed, very fast. So to finish the syllabus by December, January, like we used to, we need to start early. So this is how we have coped up with the system for class 10. Now, whereas 12 is concerned, of course, they are in a limbo. But again, we had a meeting with them the next day. We had a meeting with class 12. And then I told them, I said, see, there's no need to panic. Examinations are not your job. You have done your job. You have studied. You are prepared. Examination is a CBSE job. So I think we should learn to leave everybody's job to himself or herself. So let them decide how they're going to judge you. But the fact is that if you don't have examinations, you have to be judged somewhere or the other, because how do colleges take you in? Now, each college, if they're going to have different ways of assessment, you have to be prepared for that, which means overall personality development. Like one of the speakers said, how are the universities going to take them in? They're going to judge them on their portfolios. So I said, now build portfolios. Another thing we told them was, studies is over. It's the moment you say you hold classes now for class 12, whether it's 1, 2, the students, it's psychologically, they feel, oh, abhi to sab padha tha, now again padhai. So instead of that, I said, you cannot lay off studies. So what we did was we made them into 4 groups of 4, 5 a group. Now I said every day meet. Now when this group of 4 and 5 are meeting, they are meeting on an agenda. So they say, okay, we'll do physics lesson 4, say, and we'll meet on physics lesson 4. All of them are studied, all of them are prepared. So they discuss the chapter. The children who have not understood some things, they probably get a better understanding. Children who have really prepared well, they become teachers and they cement their understanding. So as a result, it's not only the studies part, the fact that 4, 5 peer group are meeting, like somebody very rightly mentioned, it's peer mentoring now, because the teachers, we've taught them so much, and as adults, when we go too much into their lives, they feel it's always gyan. We're always telling them what to do, what not to do. So when they're peer mentoring, this is what they learn from each other. They find it more enjoyable. They find it challenging. So after a class or 2, they will be vying to become the knowledgeable ones. So this is how learning will take place and not feel as if it's their learning. So probably they could just, get together for an hour or 2 and not have screen time in the sense that they are pouring through their textbooks, but just discuss. So that will give them a fair idea. So this is what we had for class 12. Then besides that, we have initiated them into a lot of group discussions, a lot of group learning, where they develop personalities, they develop oratory skills, they prepare for any kind of interviews they can go for, but again making it fun, not at all syllabus related. So they get out of that feeling that we continue to study. So I told them, I said, when the board announces the dates, that is when you get back to your books and just do a quick revision, because you've already done whatever you've discussed. So then you go back to individual books, but otherwise get into groups. Now, besides that, to the parents, my advice is, they are the people who are going to impact this whole situation the most. We as teachers, I find, look at everybody talking so positively. We are so positive about it. We are positive because we have children around. So it's very lucky for us that no matter how much gloom is there, every day we are with the students. So we are very positive. So now the parents have the onus that they make the house atmosphere positive. Now how to do that? When you hear news, so many deaths, I always keep writing posts. I say 135 crores Indians. Even if media is projecting, so many deaths in lakhs, it's 134 crores and the rest of the lakhs. People alive who have not died. So let's project that news. So similarly, all news can be projected in the positive way. Also, parents spend a lot of time. Anything they yearn to do and they had no time, now is the time. Now, tomorrow when all this goes away and they have no right to make this statement, I don't have the time. Because when you had the time, did you do it? If you did not do it, that means you don't have the inclination. You had all the time. So this is the time. Spend time with your families. If a father says, I don't get time with the children, now is the time. You have all the time. Spend time with your children. Play games with them. Talk to them. So, engage them. So, I think parenting sessions are very important, and that is why I hold regular parenting sessions. Once we educate the parents, the children are taken care of. So, every Tuesday, 4 o'clock, I hold a parenting session where I just educate the parents. So, this is what some of the things that we have done. So, with this, I think the rest of the things are beautifully, taken up by the speakers, and speakers will take them on. So with this, I would leave you to great thoughts or positive thoughts, and all best wishes for good health, happiness. Thank you very much.
Going on in that part of the world, please. Thank you so much, Aradhana ma'am.